onto your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer, a screamer.
What's going on, YouTube? Legs and hips and body. Y'all be seeing the memes going around with Candy. It's like the funniest thing that could have ever been on social media right now, especially in these times. Every time I see a video, they edited the legs and hips and body. They edited that song with Temporal, because you know how Temporal got that little Jumanji song when you playing the game. They edited that song into it. So that was gold. So this episode wasn't too bad. It was still a little annoying. It's still starting to pick back up, but I'm still gonna give it a chance. I just feel like this season is missing something, and I feel like it's Portia. It's Portia. Marsha. It's Portia because we're missing somebody that's the main story arc. We know it's Drew, but she's not main story arc enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Portia would have been the one we really would have got into some things. We would have got into the reads. Like, we would have got into what's going on. You get what I'm saying? Like, when I tell you the producers really messed up by letting her get her own show, they fucked up royally with that. I'm sorry. I don't give a crap what Andy's excuse. And no, you messed up, girl. You let this lady have her own show, which was horrible. And she took away from a good storyline that was going to be of this season. So it's kind of like, what the fuck? Like, you messed up two things all at once. So it starts out with Marlo showing off her floor plan to Sheree and Kenya, like looking at the lot and stuff like that. It just reminded me of, remember when Andy asked Nene, Andy was like, so what did you see when you went over to Sheree's house? And she said, I saw dirt. Neverland. No, she was like, I saw Neverland. And she was like, what do you mean Neverland? It's what I said. I saw dirt and sticks. Like, that's what it reminded me of. So after that, we see Kenya start to basically question. Kenya be a flirt. She was flirting with the little construction dude, the construction planner dude. He was like, oh, she likes the house next door, and like he knew his stuff about like homes and like building them and what they go for and everything like that. So she was flirting. I'm like, okay, I see you, Kenya. I see you. And then after that happens, we see Ralph and Rue. Ralph and Drew and all of her assistants. We still haven't gotten an answer as to why Drew needs all of these assistants. Like, what do you need them for? Like, what? Like, I don't get it. It's not like Candy, in my opinion, needs all those assistants because she got to run old lady gang. She got to do the tour with her band. She got to do her Housewives of Atlanta. Like, really, Candy should have a doppelganger, a body double, to be able to be in one of those shows and one of those businesses that she has while she's at the other opposite business. So I don't know why Drew needs to hire 6 assistants to just walk around and with a new lace every day. It just don't make no sense. So they get to the therapy session. Ralph is so rude to her. I'm just like, if this isn't gaslighting, I don't know what is. He was just like, man, I got her like crab legs and lobster, and like she really deserved a Lunchable. And I'm like, a Lunchable? Like, woo! But I'm like Marlo this episode. I'm glad I'm single. She's like, I'm glad I'm single, child. That's Marlo. I was like, yeah, glad you are, because this is why people don't get into relationships, and this is why people are into the cut the check, get the bag, and dip, which I don't think is right either. But it's like, that's why girls are gearing towards that route, because it's just not good. I really don't think Ralph is in love with Joy anymore. I think he looks looks at her as if, hey, this is my baby mom of our kid, and we just gonna stick with it because that's what we got to do. That's what I see, right? So Candy gets all the girls delivered vibrating panties and sex goodies. So, of course, Kenya, you could tell, felt some type of way about it. She felt some type of way about it. You could tell she felt a little disgusted. She was just like, oh, what's this? Oh, titties, balls. And if y'all notice, the guy that delivered the gift is Candy's cousin, the one that's in the little old lady gang show. So that's a little snippet that if you guys weren't paying attention, he's from the old lady gang show. So that was kind of interesting again to see him back. So Candy is making sure. One thing by Candy, she gonna make sure her family get checks. Okay, that's one thing I love about Candy. She makes sure her families get their cointadas, the chippy chippy chagas. She makes sure that they get paid. So you could tell Kenya, of course, felt some type of way about it. So Drew got it, Kenya got it, Sonya got it. So Kenya calls Sheree, and then Drew ends up calling Marlo. So Drew calls Marlo. She's like, "Oh my God, guess what? Candy just delivered some sex stuff to us." Oh wow, Marlo is just coming across as a hater. Don't be mad that Kenny has a husband, Kenny has a child, and you only have a house that hasn't been built yet. You're mad. Like, I hate when people try to hate on Candy with no reason, with no valid reason. It kind of pisses me off, and it just comes across as jealousy, in my opinion. Like, you're a hater. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I'm focusing, y'all. Focus, nigga, focus. Like, oh, there we go. Yeah, like, it just comes across as like you're a hater, like you're jealous. It's okay, Marlo. Like, it's fine, right? So they get to the trip or whatever. They're getting on the way to the trip. Kenya gets on the bus, right? And hold on to that information about Kenya feeling some type of way, because I think that's going to be a storyline throughout the season, to where Kenya feels some type of way about her sending girls, the lady with her titties, out, and then the guy all naked to her house, because she felt like Brooklyn could have been there and saw that girl's hoo-ha and seen the dude's dingleberries, right? So you could have felt some type of way about it. Dingleberries is really doo-doo, but y'all get what I'm saying. So after that happens, Kenya gets on the bus to the trip, and Kenya feels some type of way because Candy didn't tell her it was a couples trip. She gets on there. She's like, "Oh, couples. Wow." She sits down. You already know her, Mark. That was an arranged marriage, in my opinion. I live for Kenya, but that was an arranged marriage. You guys did an arranged marriage so Kenya could have her baby. Let's keep it a buck. He probably wanted a daughter, and you guys already know Kenya like prayed for a child. So I think that was an arranged marriage, in my opinion. So Candy, she was just like, make them get all on the bus, because we know how these ladies are when they're late. So they all get on the bus. I all made them get on the bus so they not late. Okay, me and Todd. So she made them all get on the bus so they won't run late. And then Candy starts telling everyone they're gonna see Todd's apartment in New York City. So you already know the infamous apartment when Portia was just like, "How about you tell your husband Todd, who's telling this girl's out there in New York, that his name is Marvin, and he's bringing them over to his condo to fuck them?" Yeah. Remember when Portia was talking shit to Candy when she was sipping the hell out that sippy cup? Portia was. Ooh, Portia was so evil at that season. It wasn't even funny, but that Carmen ate her in the ass afterwards. So after that happens, they all sit down for lunch, and Candy makes them tell their wildest sex stories. Now, Kenya, you know damn well Kenya is a storyteller like I am, right? She knows how to tell a story in the most dramatic way possible. She came up with this whole lie and hoopla about how she has sex around these coyotes, and coyotes did this and blase, 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 all this stuff. I'm just like, Kenya girl, you know damn well not Todd, but Mark wasn't busting them choppers down Burano coyotes, because he seems way too bougie for that. And then that dude that he dated, the bald one. Remember the bald one who used to low key like abuse her? That one. I don't see him having sex around no coyotes, because he probably would be getting into a fight with the coyotes. It's just, you're lying, Kenya. You're lying. So they get on their way to the condo or whatever, and then Candy and Todd start arguing about the apartment. And then she's just like, "So Todd has this apartment in New York or whatever, and I don't really like it, because like it just made me feel some type of way. Like, why you need an apartment in New York when like your home is in Atlanta? Like, I'm not really feeling that." Right? So she's not really feeling it, because why do you need a whole nother condo when you have a whole home in a whole nother state? So it does look like a bachelor's pad, and it gives off the vibe that like you're bringing New York and horrors to that condo, and busting down the Big Apples. It does give off that vibe. So I don't know, Todd. I don't know. And Marlo, she's shady. She was like, "Oh, Todd and Candy. Todd saying if his businesses blow up, he won't really need Candy's money, but she was saying that the businesses won't blow up without Candy's money. Basically saying like without Candy, Todd wouldn't be able to basically maneuver business wise, which I don't agree with 100%, but I think a little bit of it now because Candy, of course, has the connections. I think she Marshall has the connections more than the money. I think Todd's good on money, right? But I think she's really good for connections. Like she's super, super good for connections, but it works for them. I really, y'all, I root for Todd and Candy because they're both rich. They're both like they both seem to at least love each other, even though I think Todd be dipping in and doing it on the side. And like you know what I'm saying, that's a good example of what you want in a relationship, right? So they get to the apartment, and Kenya, she got this little trucker, this Bob the Builder hat on in the confessional. She's just like, I should, I'm gonna build everything, and you should knock down the paint, knock down this, knock down that. She really thinks she's like a construction woman. She's trying to get that spin-off show where she renovates house, like listing LAs and all those type shows and stuff like that. I see what you're doing, Kenya. Smart girl. She's a very smart girl. She's trying to get that spin-off to where she renovates houses and makes, you know what I'm saying, makes it new for maybe celebrity clients and stuff like that. That's a good avenue to go in, Kenya. Smart Kenya girl. So of course, Sheree and them, they talking because they look like Milo's just like, oh, don't you think, Todd be sneaking out some bitches around this apartment, girl? I think so, child. I don't know. Yeah. Like talking shit to Sheree and them. Marlo's just a hater. Like you're just so mad. We all, of course, think that, but like you don't have to keep repeating it, Marlo. Like we get it. You have to sleep with these dirty Johns to be able to get your check, Marlo. Like it's fine. Candy doesn't have to do that. And when it comes to the fact that Candy is spoiled, she is spoiled, of course, because of Mama Joyce. Mama Joyce made sure she had everything she had or whatever. Plus, her getting famous at such a young age. But y'all, they be acting like Candy didn't work for all that she had. They act like somebody came to her with a silver platter and said, every man was a woman, and then just gave it to her. No, that wasn't the case. She had to really bust her ass and get what she had to do. So, y'all some haters. So, they get to the dinner, and then Drew, she tells them, she's just like, so guys, like, Ralph and I, our therapist, they're telling, the therapist told us that we have to do like this 30-day challenge. And with this 30-day challenge, we can't argue, we can't get mad at each other, we have to be happy with each other, and then we just have to commit to each other. So everybody's looking like, so you basically have to be perfect for 30 days. Kenny's just like, I think they should repeat this 30-day challenge yearly. That therapist don't know what he's talking about. Because what is a 30-day challenge? What do you mean? Like, you can't be mad and do this for 30 days. What kind of crap is that? You mean for 30 days, you mean to tell me y'all not going to get into not one argument? That don't make no goddamn sense. Like, come on now. Come the on. Kenya starts getting mad because they start talking about the assistant that he fired, not the gay one who's being messy. He's talking about the one that be sleeping and dipping it and doing it with Ralph, that was dipping it and doing it with Ralph on the side. So he was like, he was just like, I don't know why you Drew can't like get over it. Like you can't like forgive, like it's already been done. Why can't we move past it? I'm like, Drew, I'm the type of person, if you fuck me over, it's hard for me to get over stuff because it's like I'm so nice. So like, why would you think that's okay? Why would you think that's a green light to do? You get what I'm saying? Like it really baffles me when people like fuck me over. So it's kind of like I'm with Drew with that. Like it's hard for me to get over stuff. Like it is hard because I don't be doing that to nobody. So it's like if I let you in and you fuck me over, fuck you, because it's like I don't let people in, my nigga. Like bitch, the door is always locked. Okay, and I creaked it for you, and you fucked it up. So I get what Drew. Like I feel Drew on that. So he was basically saying like, oh, like I don't get why she gets all mad, blase. And then Kenny of course checked Drew, and then after this, they start talking about the whole gay assistant rumor. So Kenny was just like, yeah, you don't get over stuff, Drew. And the same thing, with you and Sheree. Like you didn't get over it. Like what the fuck, Drew? So Drew's just like, oh well, when it comes to me and my husband, it starting out don't be none. So it's like I'm that type of person. Sheree eating ants in her mouth, like the ants be crawling through all of her mouth. She's like, I'm the same way too. At the end of the day, we'll start no more be none. You feel me? So I get where Sheree's coming from. It was the assistant's fault. He was the one that started the rumor. And then she showed the text. She was just like, yeah, he's the one who started the rumor. You hanging around with Portia baby dad, Dennis, talking about, yeah, that he's gay. First of all, this is what I think about this whole gay rumor. Ralph doesn't give me gay vibes. Dennis doesn't give me gay vibes. I have a very strong gaydar. Neither of them give it to me. I'm sorry. I just don't see it at all. I feel like they're doing this for a storyline, and I feel like you get what I'm saying. Like this is like Sheree, like maybe put the assistant up to it or something like that. Because it just, I don't get that vibe from neither of them. So it's like, what? It's stupid to me. I really hope they move on from this quickly because I don't see nothing coming from it unless we see a gay mistress come and give their story. Like remember on Married to Medicine, which I am gonna be recapping. I can't wait for Married to Medicine to come back because that is a funny show, y'all. And I'm gonna be recapping Dr. Heavenly, her interview with Martell, because that was the funniest thing ever. So yeah, I can't wait for that show to come back. I don't believe it at all. So let me know in the comments if y'all believe this rumor, if y'all think he'll zesty, bitches is messy. Let's see. After living in Atlanta, you're gonna have a gay mistress, and that is what gets me. Remember on Married to Medicine when Lisa had that her husband had that gay mistress come out, was just like, oh yeah, and like he had a mole on his butt and like basically outed him. Unless we're gonna get that, let's move on because it's obviously not true. Entertainers, let me know what you guys think about this episode, and we are out, baby.
No personal thing.